Hello everyone, welcome to another live stream. Sorry about that, I had to move my microphone. So hi there, hi, hello, and today we'll be coding some more. Hi everyone. Hold on, let me turn off all of the things I have in the background. I'm walking the video, I don't want to spoil it. And let's play some music. Like all of this music. There we go. Hi there, Happy. I think MAKiT style isn't a single style. Yeah, you are correct there. We'll be doing a certain kind of MAKiT style. The one in which we implement everything in ourselves instead of just doing it like a normal person would. There is something of asking MAKiT. Ah, now you asked me again. Nah, that's been so many days already. Anyhow, for those who remember, which is probably nobody, last live stream we tried implementing fonts. Now tried is a keyboard there, that's because we haven't re-implemented fonts at all, but we have built this. Well, we didn't rebuild it, we just turned off all the features we did previously. There we go. We have a functional engine for displaying images, which honestly is more than I could normally ask for. Join stream today, maybe 12 or 15. Ah, no, there's tons of a coin on this. Oh, swell. OBS disconnected again. Okay, great. OBS is reconnected again. Okay, great. So, my idea for how to do it then is, instead of doing it with TTF, we can do it using bitmaps, which I know is possible and will not require any external codes. In fact, the only reason why we wanted to include the free type is that free type could convert these TTFs into bitmaps. So we can sidestep the free type issue by converting it into bitmaps ourselves using an online font to bitmap converter directly from the local files. Oh, can I now? Well, how convenient. I just happen to have local files. Can I? Wait. From file. Yeah. The source? Yes, this. That's the font I picked. It's not the best, not the worst, I would say. The characters look pretty solid. I mean, everything is... Okay, the spaces are constant, which... Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, I think I can use it. What happens if you turn off the standard? Okay, yeah, nice. Download bitmap. Yes. PNG. Oh, that's even better! We're doing it in PNGs. Oh, how swell. Honestly, how swell and festive. That's just great. That really is just great. Well, my second screen is a mess. Test source, and let's just add in font to bitmap PNG. There we go. How sweet, we have the PNG. Now what we can do is we can... How many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 times 5, which is 50 plus 9 times 5. 9 times 5 is 45, so 95 characters. Somewhere about the last MAKiT research video. Like, there are some people that use the method you said, but what if the person is so much denial that keeps refusing? Then just end the conversation. Save yourself the nerves. I feel like that's a simple... You know what, actually I haven't responded to comments on that video in, I think, today, so... I mean, I'm pretty certain I responded yesterday to all of them, but I'm assuming there are some new ones, so let me actually check. Let's see. Comments. No, there's someone asking if I've seen Professor Dave. The word sounds nice. I have not. Okay. So, here's what we'll need. We'll need to go to shaders and we'll need to implement a new shader. That shader being image vs. No, this will be font. This will be our new font. Now, the way the font shader will work is that we'll have an additional input, that input being so an additional uniform, and that uniform will be the letter, which will be just an integer. How do you add an integer in OpenGL shading language? What was the name of the OpenGL shading language? OpenGL shading, I said read just OpenGL shading language. GLSL, alright. GLSL uniform integer. Ask us if it wasn't the right time. I mean, some people really tried explaining it to Nero. Assuming for Nero, yeah, and it's actually pretty sad. But to be fair, the reason why it didn't work with Nero is because people tried explaining to Nero why relativity works, but they tried explaining it months after Nero was radicalized to just completely refusing to acknowledge relativity. So that actually just serves an example of what happens when you push people into that corner. When you're mean to them, then in the end you won't be able to explain anything. I'm just looking for data types. What am I doing? Data types, yeah. GLSL data type, precisely. Scaleless. Int. That's what I'm looking for. Now what we want to do is add in an int, like this. And the reason why we did all this work actually, like that, the reason why we did all of this work setting everything up is precisely because now we can just go into init-c, we can go right here, create shader, and we can just add in sc font. An sc font, and then all the attributes stay the same. Yes. Honestly, we don't even care about the text code. Nah, I guess we should have actually specified in this case. Like what the attribute pointers would be. I'm sorry, there's no need to apologize, by the way. Yeah, I really should have specified those. It's okay, we can just... Well, it would be a bit inefficient. As if anyone actually cares. And then in main C, do we have we have this, sweet. So we have get uniform location. So now what we can do is we can first of all just build it. I am thinking a bit slowly. Okay, it builds, sweet. I'm thinking really slowly, but I can make it, it's fine. What we want is we want to... Okay, this is really tricky because right here we're doing this, all of this for the shader image. Now we would basically want to set up another thing, except for the fonts. It's right here, fonts, and right here, this will be image. And now in the fonts, we want to basically copy the same thing. I'm pretty certain we don't need to do some fancy magic use program, although I may be wrong. And then in main H, right here, we'll have shader fonts, which will be 2. And then we'll just do shader fonts, shader fonts, shader fonts. everything portrayed as fonts. And then what we want is oh my goodness gracious me, we want a letter object basically. Okay, we don't care about all of this because we don't care about testing things out. Bind texture, we're binding texture, except all of this will have to be different. Okay. Step by step make it. First of all, we go to init C. We copy this, and then right here we do gl create font. Then with this create font, we need a font. So in main H, this is getting really confusing. Visual object size, yes, we want to font object size, and then MAKiT font object, which will be the same thing as the texture. That's correct. Yes, and then we just do the exact same thing, except we do it for the fonts. So font. There's a couple things to amend here. Visual to font. Okay, then at the very beginning, when we initialize everything, we want right here to this to also be font. The visual object, that, well, I don't care. Visual object and font object. Right, font object size. Sweet. Now that we got these, we can create a font. It's that simple. Just gl create font. So we take gl create font like this, we add it in to where we're initializing everything, and then we do test source font to bitmap.png, and now we build it. We're having a lot of problems. Why? Well, it's because right here we're creating the same thing twice. That makes sense, actually. That makes perfect sense. So what we want is we want to restart them, actually. Okay, that's a really minor error. A simple fix. Okay. The spacebar isn't working anymore. Which makes sense because we're overwriting the thing. Okay, that makes sense. But now we do shader fonts everywhere. We also need to add a new uniform, which is letter, which is an int. So we go main C, letter. Do I need to draw elements before and after? That might be the case. Before, okay, and visual object. We need to create a new visual object for the font. Can we just know just a general idea about the future video? Like, it's about physics, chemistry, robotics, maybe math. I have one video about chemistry, but one experiment didn't go all that well, and that kind of bummed me out. So pretty unhappy. There's another video I'm working on about electricity, which will be a massive video, the biggest video I've ever made, and it should come out in less than a month, certainly. Robotics, yes, I mean this, I'm working on this for a robotics video, or rather, like an additional thing to a robotics video. Okay, now that we create a font, we don't want a visual object, we want font object 0 there we go. Nope. Now we build it, there shouldn't be any problems, but if we run it, there might be some problems. Never mind, I'll be honest, I didn't expect it to want the first try. Huh. That's really good. How it works. Yeah, I wasn't I'm okay. I guess I'm just that good. That's always a bad thing to say. It brings bad luck. Okay, the bitmap is a bit low in quality, and we're also squishing it a bunch. So, what's the size of this image? Review in File Explorer. Yeah, properties. The size of this image is 570 times 150. Can I maybe get a higher quality font size? 24, 48? No, okay, 24, got it. How about, first of all, what do we do, 95 per row? That would be much nicer for me. And then what if we do grid width times 4 and grid height times 4? Actually 30 is, oh well. And then we multiply this times 4 to be 80 plus 16, which is 96. Well, we download this, and then we copy it, and we replace it. There we go. Now, if we run it, we just get like everything is squished, which makes sense. That's because we're basically showing all the letters all at once, which is not what we want. Instead, what we want is we want to take the total size, and here's the thing. This is all normalized, which means right here our coordinate is 0, right here our coordinate is 1, which is really handy actually, because we can just take the letter. There would be a bit of maths involved there, or we could just render it differently actually. Lower the grid width as much as possible. Okay. It's a bit better. Now if we go to code, if we run it again, it's a bit more readable, sweet. And now we want to take the letter, and the main we're binding, what do we do? Okay, we're binding all of this to it. So what we want to do is we also want to add an additional, yeah, we have a font structure. We want the font, not the texture. Trust me, I'm getting some of this, right? Just give me a second. Just give me a second. We're almost there. We want this to be a font, and the reason why we want this to be a font is because in the font we also have an unsigned int letter. And the reason why this is important is because if we go into init C, all the way down, size of font first of all, transform color. How is this not working all of a sudden? This should very much be. This is still in the font. Oh, why is it so different from the... Oh, no, this was supposed to be... Yeah. This was supposed to be... Oh, why is the font sticking? Wait, did we screw everything up? Yeah, we did. Okay, good. Oh wait, we just screwed up in a different spot, however, that's good. Alright, so that we want it as a texture, not a font, that's correct. Yes. I can't believe it's working. Well, this might be broken actually. Let's try it again. I can't believe it's compiling. Hi, the comedy calculations, welcome. Okay, so it works, sweet. This is tricky because in main H we have texture struct and then font struct, except the font struct is... What the fuck is the font struct there for? Look up body. Oh, the second related limit. Alright, chill, my guy. There, sub to MAKiT. Users, yeah, it's me, repositories, body. Okay, client, main H. Texture struct. Okay, so we just created the font struct out of nowhere. Oh, we did it for the... I know why we did... Sorry, I'm stream this moment. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Technically it was yesterday, but it's fine. What we want, actually, is texture... font... Right? Do we want texture font? Do we want a different texture font? This is so fucking confusing. We just want the letter. That's it. So instead of font struct, this should be just text struct. I didn't think ahead about how to make it happen. So... char pointer text, and this char pointer will be tricky because we don't want to reallocate each time. So unsigned int size of text. This will be really tricky. What are we coding? A little engine, nothing to grant. It can worse than later if you want. Precisely. Happy's right. Now, what am I trying to achieve here? You know what? Let's just go to main and let's just in here GL uniform M4 FV. Let's just look this up to see GL uniform. Yes, we're looking for the GL uniform with an int. 1i. That's 1i. That's an int. And then we do letter lock, and then we do location, and then just the variable. The variable will be just 4. How about that? Okay, sweet. Or even better, we can do like an unsigned int temp, which will be equal to 0, and then we can just do temp. And the reason why we want to do temp is because temp is equal to glfw get time, except as an int. Oh, that's not a thing? Okay, I see. Alright, can I just set it equal to a float? That feels wrong. We're setting an int equal to a float. Okay, sweet. Now every second we should increment. My favorite video was the addition to quantum physics. Yeah, that I get that from a lot of people. It's a kind of comedy calculation. It's a kind of bit of a channel because almost every single person watching my videos came here from the addition to quantum physics video, because that video just blew up like crazy. So there's a bit of a joke of a channel. Okay, so here's the thing. When it comes to text code, what we want to happen is we want a text code, right? We want that to be vector of 2 x a text code y. Wait, how is that only vector of 2? That doesn't make any sense actually. special achievement for MAKiT. I mean, yeah, the chemistry one was a new one. First video I watched on your channel was Physics in 7 Dimensions. Yeah, that's because that's the second most popular video. YouTube only shows the most popular videos to new people, of the other ones, which kind of creates a feedback loop, but okay. I'm really slow today. Wow, I'm just reading stuff without even thinking about what I'm reading. The coordinates at which the text will be sampled. That's kind of a problem, because when it comes to our coordinates, you see, it's makes sense two-dimensional. We're basically sampling that spot. The only problem I'm having is the fact that we want to offset these two coordinates. So basically, instead of trying learning code, but I can't get it. Learning, well, you need to just start small and then slowly but surely push yourself forward. Try and test the method. Okay. Let's see. We're including... Okay, so we're including a value for each vertice. Now, this is tricky, really tricky, because, you see, we basically input the values right here, and then we output them. This sucks for implementation. A lot. It sucks a lot. Okay, it's fine, MAKiT. You can do it. You can do it. It's easy. So we have the texture. I really want to do it with uniforms. Uniforms are much easier to update. Basic idea is really simple. We just have a letter, which is an integer, and then we just basically want to offset the texture by this letter. So for example, if we go to init, if we change this from 10 110001, okay, 1x10, you can make it happen. I can try. 11 1001, this. So if we change the ones right here to 0.1, if I'm not mistaken, then if we build it, all the textures should be screwed up, but they should be screwed up in a visible way, precisely, as you can see. Now if we cut them even further, it's something like 0.2, for example. Now that applies to all the textures, unfortunately. But if we cut them further, you can see we have a single character, which is what we want. Or rather, we much rather have 0.1 right here. And we also would rather have like two different sets of vertices. That would also be nice. So we'd have vertices and vertices font, and then the vertices would just be, you know, good old-fashioned vertices. And then vertices font would go to create the fonts. I'm printing, just a random new line. Clean coding, everyone. Clean coding, always remember. And right here, we're just trying to do... Oh no, that's when we're creating an object. And we're creating that object... Oh, this is such a mess. This is a huge mess because... Float vertices. Oh, never mind, we're including the vertices. Oh, sweet. Oh, I did something right for once. That's great. Now we build it. You can see that the image in the background is normal. Image in the front is also... Why is image in the front? Damn it. That's font. Okay, this just doesn't make any sense. I switch this back to 0. What happens? I'm sorry, what happens if we modify this one? Am I applying the wrong vertices? I am applying the wrong vertices, but that explains it. Vertices internal. That's what it should be called. Okay, not better in the slightest. Vertices internal, yeah. So when creating a shader for... I am struggling hard for some reason. This is not working actually, that's a good question. So when we create a... Right here, when we create a shader, we plug in the vertices, right? Plug them in. Then right here, GL buffer data, we plug in the vertices. Sweet. Is this why? This might be why. Oh! There we go, I'm genius. Cool, now we can just add a one right here. And this should make our exclamation point a bit more... Well, it's certainly wider now. Now what we'd like to do is make this more narrow, so X, Y, Z, we want the X coordinates to be closer together. There we go, we're getting there, I would say. One thing which is kind of curious is the fact that it's really low in quality, which... I mean, I don't think it's the fault. Yeah, it's not the fault of the texture. It kind of worries me, actually. It worries me a lot, in fact. I think it's because of sampling and... Hold on. There was like a... was it static draw? I think it might have been static draw. I'm not certain. Let me double check. Oh, GL text parameter. There we go. And create font. We have it set to... We have it set to nearest when we could set it to linear. Now it's better. Let's just say better for now. Okay. Now what? Well, now we want to create a shader in which we offset our coordinate, our x coordinate, plus 1 divided by 95 times letter. Let's see how this works now. Okay. Bad idea, I hear you, but let's print. No, this one. Okay, so this is going up. This is not going up. We are plugging a temp as in from this. Let's look, we are doing this. Okay, cool. So there's the bar shader apparently. What happens if our color we do as a vector of 4 of 0 1 letter 1. And if we do this, will it change color? It is changing color. Okay, good. So we know that so we know it's not working. Great. Okay, we have the GLSL texture open, so let's look into this. GLSL texture, in which we provide the texture and the texture coordinate. So I'm assuming this is the sampler, to which, yes, this is the texture coordinates at which the texture will be sampled. Which means what we actually want to do is we want to do an out right here, out integer, which will be just letter. This we want a text chord. I'm completely guessing at this point, and then right here we want an in integer letter out letter like this. And then we take this out letter and we do text coordinate as a vector of 2, which is text coordinate x and text coordinate y, and then right here we add in out letter divided by 95, and then once we build it, and then once we do this, then nothing. Okay. So we do just plus 5 or plus 0.5. Well done. Oh, so it does work. Maybe the fact it's an... That might be it. Maybe the fact that's an int. Okay, how about we do float? Once again, open GLSL types. Okay. Float. Alright, so we just normal float. Let's see. Just float. I see. That seems simple enough, yeah. Now out float, out letter. Oh, we didn't define... Oh, just fudge. Whatever. Out letter will be as equal to float of letter. And now if we build it, now if we run it, then... Oh my goodness, mum! Oh! It works! Oh, wow, I was not expect. Kuan, hi! Hi, welcome! You've joined in at the perfect time! You've joined in right when it just worked! Wow, isn't that incredible? There we go! My first programming class day. Oh, well, good for you. I mean, got in the past tense or future tense? As in hard, or as I'm guessing. Well, I'm guessing hard, considering that's pretty late. How was it? This is great, by the way. This is great because right now we can basically have a text struct precisely using pseudocode. Oh yeah, I know about those. Those are really annoying. Texture, like, okay, now what we can do is we can do text. Texture. Get it? Cause like texture, but for text. Man, I'm funny and bad at coding. Well, bad at clean coding. My code still works, so I guess everyone can just suck it. Get it? Cause like texture. It's a texture for text. Texture. I'm funny. You don't even decide. Just pseudocode. Basically, language not simplified. That shit. I mean, pseudocode is just coding without coding. So. You didn't even decide if it's a string or an int or float. I mean, not deciding if it's a string or int or float, that's pretty normal for abstract languages. So in Python you don't decide, for example. Or Python says stop listening to DJ. Yeah, that's fair. Pseudocode is, well, a lot of schools and sometimes universities require pseudocode, but it's more of a relic of the past, because at this point it is much easier to just code like things in Python than to explain them with pseudocode. Okay, so texture. So garbage. I love it. Texture. Now down here at the bottom we also want to change this to texture, and when it comes to texture, we want it to be the exact same thing. And now if we build it, it should work just fine. Would you look at that, it works just fine. But the difference between the last one and the current one is that this time we have the text inside. Hard Carmine. And input accents. Most and stuff. Good, we'll make it. Thank you. Thank you. I know, I'm funny. Now here's what we'll do. In input C, we will have keyboard, in which we'll select the texture. Fuck, it's gonna be pretty bad. Okay. In which we'll need the selected texture. Which means right here we'll have MAKiT selected font object, which won't be unsigned, it will just be a long int. The reason why is if we won't have an object selected, we will just do -1 is equal to 0, and then here's what we do. In input we do MAKiT font object selected font object dot let, oh, what was the name of it? Dot text. And for now we'll just do 1. So dot text 0. Because this pseudocode didn't even run when you made it run. It was full of errors. Yeah, pseudocode be like that. I don't like pseudocode. What gets you going on those charity streams? Cocaine, mostly. And coffee, too. That too, I guess. Kind of like watching people make coffee than drinking it. Barista, okay. So text 0. Oh yeah, by the way, also when we're creating text, right here, font object, we'll need to do font object dot cha dot text. Yes. Font object and MAKiT font object size -1 dot text is equal to malloc 100, and then dot size of text would be equal to 100, just simply to give ourselves some space. And then in cleanup, for int I is equal to 0, I is smaller than size of, what's the name of them? Things, MAKiT visual object size, I plus plus, and then we just do MAKiT visual object, right? Do we have anything in there? No, but we do have a font. MAKiT font object, and then wanna free chars. Text free. Okay, there we go. Got it. MAKiT, you should do videos on discrete maths and stuff. As when I got class, I was like, oh, that's some MAKiT type shit. Discrete maths? Isn't discrete maths just like more boring? Hold on. Discrete maths. I always thought discrete maths was boring. Rounding continued. Yeah, just the opposite of calculus. That's it. That's all it is. It's just the opposite of calculus. Okay, so this is just basically... This is just computer science. It's a math. Well, I guess computer science is math. Hi, Toby. Hi. Logic gates and stuff. Yeah, but at the same time, in electronic, I included logic gates and it wasn't all that interesting. Font object, I. Text. Sweet. Now we have all of this taken care of. Input is screwed up. That's because text right here in input C. We want to modify this one. Yes, because for now we'll only have one. Why would you ever use the opposite of calculus? Yeah, that's what I don't get. I mean, I get why you'd use that, only not why you'd be interested in that. It sounds really boring. And now right here, what we want is we basically want to set up a system in which... Oh my goodness, oh my lord. It's fine. It's fine. Char pointer character to change will be equal to this at the moment. And then we need to go over every single character we can press on our keyboard and check if it's been pressed. You know what, let's just do it with letters for now. So here's the thing, let me open up the U. Okay. 0, 1. 1 is the exclamation point on those. Oh, I need the shift for that, okay. glfw check if a button has been pressed with shift. I'm sorry? Oh, that's interesting. No, but I need to set the callback. Scan code. Okay, maybe. MAKiT, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Oh, that's a difficult choice. Probably coffee. I really like the coffee flavor, whatever. Oreo, nice. Tiramisu, delicious. Rose, that's a good one. No bubblegum. I'm a kid. I'm a kid on the inside. Can't help it. Love me some bubblegum ice cream. Which is dumb because bubblegum can just taste like it as anything, so having it as a flavor is pretty silly, but yeah. Mostly tiramisu. That's my favorite probably. Multiple keys. Yes, shift and... I'm sorry, what now? They're doing it with key callbacks, by the way, which is probably way more intelligent than what I'm doing. Okay. Input guide, yeah. Is there something in between, like maybe keep setting up a call? I should do a callback. So much better. It's a much better idea. Setting up a callback that's such a C thing to do, by the way. So here's what we need to do in order to make this happen. We need to go to init, rather we need to go to input. We need to define the callback. Like this, and then we need to go to init, and then we need to right here, we need to set up the callback, but at the same time this needs to know what the callback is, so we need to go to the top, we need to go include input H, and now we include input H. This should be normal, sweet. And now we go to input C, we need to set up a callback. And now in that callback, have to do for a second, it's fine. There we go. We need to take this as an example. Code, sweet. And then, what the heck is A down or is B down? Oh, that's the boolean. Okay, that makes sense. So here's such a... Okay, we're going to do it in a bit of an odd way, let's just say. Okay. Character to change. We'll have a character to change, and then if this is down, then oh my goodness, why is GLFW such a cruel mistress? We need basically GLFW key. We need a list of all of them. Keyboard, yes, keyboard key, sweet. That's all of them. And now what we need to do is we need to bind each one to a value. Boy, that's gonna be annoying. Okay. What time is it for you? I don't know, like 3 AM or something. So we take the character to change. Pointed character to change. And if it's A, then we set it equal to we just need to go over each and every single one of them. Okay, GLFW key. We can do it this way, right? I'm just wondering. If keys are down. Okay, sweet. Okay, great. So in order to this, we need a key for 1. So key 1. And we need to check if GLFW get key is equal to press. We need to check if this is equal to press. Key is equal to GLFW press. And if get key shift left shift to be precise, if that key is also equal to press, and then we set it equal to 1. This shouldn't even be a char, I just realized. Oh, fuck it. As if anyone cares. I'm struggling. Yeah, this shouldn't be a char. It doesn't matter. The point is, because we're doing it in our own little system of wonder. So dumb. Okay, so first shift. Then we have this, which is basically... Okay, quote won't work for now. Let's just go deep for the important bits, right? Let's just go through the important keys, the keys that actually matter. So for now, let's just do number. How about that? Just number to test it out. If it's a 1, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Then it's 17. 2, then it's 18. 3, then it's 19. Then it's 20 if it's a 4, 5, 6, 21, 22. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, then it's 23, 4, 5, and now we have our character change. We just take this, simple as it could be, and then letter lock, and then instead of temp, we do temp is equal to this. And then if we build it, then it breaks. It's fine. MAKiT selected font object is undefined. This reference undefined. Is it because we defined it right here, but completely forgot to define it in the input? That actually would make a bit of sense because it's just next then. Okay, now we just set it to 0, by the way. Also, we just need to build. Oh my goodness! Okay, the shift doesn't work, but... Oh, we are outstanding. We can type. Okay, when we press 9, it breaks. And every number is offsetted by 1. That actually makes sense. That actually makes a fair bit of sense. So right here it should be 16, and then 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Hi, Krish. That's good, I guess. Pretty good. Pretty decent. The problem is, for most of the other things, we will need to figure out how to make shift to work. Which is not as easy as it seems. how did you get multiple things? Okay, so there are apparently... Okay, so like this. Oh, that... Oh, please let it work on the first try. Can you imagine how great that would be if it just worked on the first try? And now also what we need to do, which is a bit of a pickle. A bit of a pickle is, if this is true, then we want the character to change, and then we want to not go forward, which means that first we should check for the shifts, and then I have no idea, because honestly I would much rather do it in a single line, but I guess fine. I guess for these we'll just have it like so, return. Okay, now we just build. Okay, one doesn't work, but you know, okay, one doesn't work. It's fine, whatever. Why isn't one working? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, when we press 1, it shifts right here. Okay, so... Oh, so it's shifting to... I get it, no? I see the problem, but I don't see why it's happening. Yeah, instead of 1, we get this, which is... which should only happen when we have shift on. Oh no, I'm using this incorrectly. Instead, what we need to do is... Oh, we need to undo them, don't we? Activate airship. Modify bits. Yeah, I'm guessing we need to undo them. Hi there, Amit. We're just coding a bit. Wait, shift? Can I just... Oh, there's no mention of shift. That's great. Is there any mention of modifier? Modifier bits, there we go. And action press. I'm sorry, modifier bits. If we go right here, we have modifier bits. How am I supposed to use the modifier bits? GLFW, how to use modifier bits. Because it would make sense for me to just include them right here. Or just undo them, but considering how they are modifier bits, that it's a bit confusing. Okay, so we got the documentation right here. We modifier no, way too far. Text input. Components. Modifier bits. Okay, set input mode window. lock key mods, but lock key mods. I am struggling. Okay. Bit set. So that is a bit. So we should just and this, correct? No. The answer was no. MAKiT doesn't have a face. Yeah, that's just correct. Why would you ever want a face reveal? It's so boring. That's what I don't get. I don't get the need for a face reveal. Rabbits. Okay, it makes sense. They're all separate bits. Which means that if we're holding down shift, that bit should be active somewhere. Int mods, could it be? And mods and with this. Oh my goodness, I'm a genius. Okay. Phew. It worked the first try too, that's impressive. Okay. 9, then we can go... Then we can actually go on. We can go on so forth. People hate secrets when they think of it as a secret. But I mean, it's not an interesting secret, is it? Like... Do you even modify? No, now we're looking just for the keyboard keys. And what we're looking for exactly is an apostrophe, for example. That's a good one. An apostrophe with shift would be right here. And that would be character number 1. And then an apostrophe in general would be... It's not a backtick, right? No, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So number 6, that's just an apostrophe. So now we'll count 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness, I'm good at this. It was really nice. We can do it with any font, actually. We did it with this one, but we can do it with any font. And we can just keep going. Okay, let's do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, because that would be nice. So first with caps lock on. Either caps lock on or... First we want to see if either caps lock or shift is enabled. So if we have GFW... Oh wait, we can do it actually with better logic. Hold on. XOR. How can I do an XOR in C? That's what we want. XOR in C. We want if shift or big XOR operator in C. Is there an XOR operator? Oh yeah, this. Oh, keep forgetting. If so, if mods is GLFW mod shift. No wait, how do I want to do it? If XORed with this. Oh my god, it's so difficult. Mods and is XORed with mods and caps lock. Now if we do this, and we have key A pressed, then we want the capital A, which means we want 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 32. Press A, nothing happens. Shift A, something happens. A with caps lock enabled. Nothing happens. That's okay, so only shift works. There's no caps lock. You know what? Why would anyone need caps lock? We're not doing it with caps lock. For all of you caps lock users out there, gross. Just why? Do you think that money spent on art and entertainment should be kept at a halt until a huge chunk of population is above poverty? In my opinion, but still kind of valid. No, I don't think so. I think we should just lift people off, lift people from poverty in general. We don't need to sacrifice our pleasure money to do that. You see, getting people out of poverty is not really about like giving them money. That's a very weird way to think about this. Like, lifting people out of poverty just means basically improving, like, okay, think about any sort of rich city in Europe, Amsterdam, let's say, for example. When it comes to Amsterdam, most people are not in poverty. The reason why isn't because the government is giving them money, only because they have good living standards. Because of that, they're productive. They have a job, and so on and so forth. So lifting people out of poverty is more about like investing in them, if you're thinking about it from a purely economical perspective. Why boomers always present this argument? Which one? I should keep money from lawyers. They remove poopy 1 second. I think should. Actually, yeah, Happy's analogy is spot on. Happy actually just put into words precisely what I've been struggling to put into words. It's an investment. If obviously you're a sociopath, you'd think of it as an investment, but it's an investment in that case. Okay, that's 32. B would be 33. C, D, E, F, G. H, I, J, K. No, why is it going to be pain? Especially if I keep getting stuck like this. X W V T S R Q P A. Is that your game engine? It's not a game engine. It's an engine, just an engine. M N O. Right, 32, 33, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 50. I'm actually thinking about people who are easily influenced by this kind of ideology in a state where wealth gap is huge. People who are easily influenced by that kind of ideology usually don't care about solving poverty. I can tell you that much. Haha! I can type! Oh sweet. Well, now the next thing will be to just take this, pop it in right here. The thing is, there are so many... Well, first of all, the problem is wealth inequality, right? That's the big issue. the fact that so many people are in poverty, oh my goodness, I'm really passing out and having a stroke at the same time. The fact that so many people are in poverty is annoying, but the thing that really stings is the fact that so many people are in poverty whilst at the same time we have so many rich people which are so rich. That's what really stings, isn't it? What people have to realize is that, like, when it comes to economics, it's mostly about being as productive as a society and everyone basically living as good of lives as possible. It's not about generating as much money as possible, because if you want to generate as much money as possible, then just add a couple of zeros to everyone's bank account. It will be meaningless, but it would work. So if we have people with so much money they don't know what to do with it, and we have other people who are dying because they don't have enough money, that's a fault of a system. That means we're not redirecting funds efficiently. Like, on one side, money is being wasted, but, well, money being wasted is a part of the problem. The main issue is that the value is being wasted, and on the other side, we have people who desperately need that value but can't get it because being, just sitting idly on the other side. Oh, yeah, right. We need to offset it. Plus... Well... 32. Plus 32 to everything? Maybe. I am a genius. Or maybe I can just do basic maths, we'll never know, I suppose. Walks. Okay, why your generals are starving? Wars exist in the capitalistic system. There's no logical reason to help poor people. There is actually a logical reason to help people. It's called selfish altruism, I think, or egoistic altruism. I don't know. I think selfish altruism. Basically, what you have to realize, Happy, is that people in poverty aren't productive. So if you want productive people, then you want them to not be in poverty, and you want productive people because productive people means more wealth. So if you're completely selfish, you don't want people to be in poverty. The problem is that only works on a societal scale, which means a society of selfish people wouldn't want other societies to be in poverty because those other societies are not generating any wealth for them. But on an individual scale, then yeah, you very much don't care about people being in poverty. But that's not really a capitalism problem, that's just new capitalism problem. A late stage capitalism, as we like to call it. I'm thinking about the rich person. Then yeah, you are correct, unfortunately. Unfortunately, there is no benefit for a rich person to help poverty. I mean, obviously not. It's kind of like burning your own money to reduce inflation. It's not going to be a good deal for you. Okay, now what? Well, now what we can do is we can start typing in. So, first of all, we go to init_h. Now we want to reduce the size of everything. Let's divide by 10. Because why not? Make it happen. Haha, okay, cool. Now what we want Did you know that blue whales hearts make 8 gallons blood per beat? You mean move or make? Because I don't think blood is made in hearts. I'm pretty certain that's what that marrow business is for. Okay, now if we want to type, how would we? It'll actually be pretty silly to create. Well, that's a good question actually. How would we type? Should I do it in the shader? Maybe. Oh, what would be more inefficient? Creating a new object for each letter? Or including a full string of characters to a shader? For some reason I feel like making a new letter is better. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. Oh, yeah, that makes you... Okay. I'll probably get worse. Because it's just... Because of this normal boring AI, people are removing artists, so how about when we get actual AGI and wars, it gets controlled by a few people? That's actually not a problem in as many places as you think. So here's the thing, rich people are really rich, but what you have to realize is that rich people are only rich because of the rest of society allows that to be. So money is a social construct, right? The only reason why rich people are rich is because we accept their money. If everyone all of a sudden in the entire world decided that Elon Musk doesn't own anything, then Elon Musk would have no right to own anything. It's a social construct. But basically, so when AGI rolls along, then in an authoritarian system, it would be bad for the people, because all of a sudden people are not needed, and it's kind of up to the whim of, you know, the dictatorship. But in democracies, so like, especially once again, in Western Europe, for example, most countries in Western Europe are really democratic and really do care about their citizens if you compare it to the rest of the world, which means that it wouldn't be as big of a problem as it seems. It will be an absolute shit show in America because they famously hate socialism, which means that, you know, in America they basically lock themselves into capitalism, except when AGI comes wrong, then there will be no jobs left because everything will be taken by AGI, which means you'll be stuck in a system in which the only way to earn money is through jobs which don't exist anymore. So no one will have... I'm really curious to see what happens there. But in Europe, basically, the more jobs get automated by AI, the less jobs are required, but the more wealth is being produced, which means we can just increase our social programs to make lives of people better. So for example, at some point universal basic income could come along, for example. I'm really excited about that one. Do you think we're in the Matrix? I don't. I have no idea. I don't think it's provable. What time is the free register for 7:30? It's somewhere around 3 AM, I don't know. Something like that. Okay. For int I in 0, I smaller than size of 4 MAKiT font object size, I++ for character int character is smaller than is equal to 0, character is smaller than MAKiT font object I dot text. Hey dudes, I love it. Skip up, man. Thank you, Trading Fire. I'm really glad. Mr. 8, we'll go back to Stone Age. This Stone Age, but bit drifted in the past. Why? What? Why? I feel like we could be drifted into the past only if we nuke ourselves, which, to be fair, is more likely than it should be, and there's absolutely no good reason to have nuclear weapons. But, you know, that's a whole separate issue. After World War III, World War IV would play even six installments. Famous quote, yeah. Are you vegan? Personally, I'm vegetarian. I'm not vegan, but I don't eat meat. Not out of any, like, more... It's just expensive. I can't afford meat. I do treat myself every now and then, but mostly when it's on sale. I couldn't afford to be vegan. Vegan diet is very expensive. Vegetarian, I'm semi-vegetarian, I suppose, but I do drink a shit ton of milk and eat a lot of eggs, so... And also eat meat from time to time, as I mentioned. Yeah, but reading views of every religion, there is a war to come that will be fought like armies before swords and stuff. I have no idea what you're saying, Mr. 8. You okay? Spoken like a true 1500s farmer. Okay. Font object 0 transform, except what we would actually like is the offset, which means we want to transform. Oh, so another thing we need. Good, great, oh sweet. Alright, shaders. Another thing we'll need is offset. X A plus Y A plus Z, and then X plus offset. What's the bigger to run everything with no lag? I mean, yeah, it's pretty average. RTX 3040, I think. It was a good graphics card when I bought it. Now it's a bit mid-tier. More science here than religion here, making cooperate. Sorry, that is true. I am, well, I wouldn't say well known because I'm not well known in general, but I have mentioned on multiple occasions that mixing religion with science leads to disastrous consequences. So we are, and since we're doing science, we can't remix it with religion. It's my own rule. And I am more future perspective here. I just had to take one left. Okay, Mr. 8, considering how you haven't presented any evidence or any reasoning, don't say deduced, say guessed, okay? Use the word guess, not deduced. You have... Once you present your reasoning, then you can say deduced. Okay, plus offset, sweet. Now we can go to main. Now we can go right here and we can do unsigned int offset. Also, we can also remove this. Instead of temp, this will be different because this will be this. Except right here we'll have character, and right here we'll have I. That's font, and then offset will be different because offset will be just character. Except we want it as a float. Fudge. Or I guess not. because right here we can just input it as a float, as an int, like this, and offset can just be float. Times, and then whatever the size will be, it's 001 for example for now. Unlike the baby code, Scientology is pretty scary. Yeah, I have heard about Scientology, but I've never cared enough to actually research it because, oh my goodness. Bring my logical ground, make it. No, it's just like, it's important to distinguish because that's how misinformation happens. Destroying people with arguments, yeah. Debate study at college. Good for you, Mr. 8, I would say. Okay, now if we do this and if we go into input C and right here if we do for each callback instead of 0 we would do, oh no, we need size and we need like, oh, we can't start with a size of 100. We can start with the size of 100, never mind. I just thought of a way. I'm a genius. Yeah, font object size, we just need to set it to 0 on the very beginning, yeah. And then when we start the font object, right here. Oh no, damn it, that's wrong. At the bottom, size of text has to be 0, but malloc has to be 100. Now in input C, we just do the current thing to text, which will be size of text minus 1, and then right here size of text plus plus, and then if size of text there's a new version of Dream, I gotta say, sometimes probability maps stuff and then calculus itself. I haven't seen that video, but I mean probability is heavily in, well, maybe. Also by Mr. 8. All fun signs that were pretty high. Of course they were high. Like Einstein, as I already mentioned before, okay? Einstein got a Nobel Prize, right? I think so. Einstein Prize. Yeah, when Einstein got the Nobel Prize, this Nobel Prize should have been split in two. Like, one half should have gone to Einstein, and the other half should have gone to his dealer, honestly. Because what Einstein needed to smoke to come up with relativity, like the sheer volume of weed required to smoke, it's incredible. Got two on this one because his mouth was wrong at first. Yeah, I know. I just know about relativity, it's insane. Okay, so size of text. Each time... Oh, it's an integer, can't I just do this? 100. And then this. Then text is equal to realloc text to how realloc works, block and then size, yeah. There we go, this should be fine. And now actually if we build it, then it, oh no. Character and, oh yeah, we did text, not the size of text, that's pretty bad. That's really bad, actually. Would have kind of crushed everything. Aha! This is me holding the A. Okay, so it just keeps going up. Did we screw it up? We did, didn't we? We did. This is the shader problem. It must be a shader problem. People who watch your videos, how many are American? What do you mean out of 12 people who watch my videos? Do you know XKCD Hot Guy? Isn't that the one who makes like the videos about physics and stuff? XKCD Hot Guy. Is that the one? Oh no. That's someone else. That just looks like Discount J-Rish. No, I don't know about them then. I always get your community post after like 15 hours. I don't know why, it's not my fault. Are you subscribed to the bell? Because you might need to be subscribed to the bell, maybe then you get them more often. Smash that bell button and hit that subscribe. Okay, so right here we have float offset to multiply. And we're getting some garbage. Now why are you getting some garbage? That's because character. That's why. No wait, offset log font, never mind. Oh, that's why. That explains it actually perfectly well. Offset. Now it should be fixed. Okay, well this is some undefined behavior, I see. Is it because we need to draw elements at the end of this? Might be. Let's see. Okay, I see the problem. Well, there's a problem. You know what? For phone object 0, let's move it in the bottom left corner, which would basically mean MAKiT font object transform this form. Excuse me, why the arrow? Dot and then because yeah, right, because we've got a pointer. Transform and then 0, set that to 4. To 4. Let's try now. Okay, no, that's not what I was looking for. Oh, this should be 5, right? And that's why matrices are important, kids. I rescaled it. Why did I rescale it now? One. Now I'm typing at an angle. Okay, so we're doing some transforms which we should not be doing, clearly. How do we just move something using a matrix? Am I crazy? If I have a ball, if I want to move it using a matrix, let's move it forward to the left. Then what I want is I want to take that matrix. Now I'm thinking in terms of points. I should think in terms of... Yeah, just add x to the x coordinate one and add y to the y coordinate one, and that should fix it. And this is the x of the x, and this is the y of the y, and if we do 2, then it rescales instead of... That's bad. Well, I tried. If we get into matrix transform soon. But first we need to fix this, because this is a pretty big problem. So what's happening there? So glad you asked. So glad no one asked. What's happening there, you see, is we're just... I had no clue, honestly. Can I do GLFW draw element? Or rather GL draw element, not GLFW. Because of course GL is not without draw elements. No, I'm looking for singular. Draw element. No, you can do elements. From array data. What array data? There is... number of elements that run this. Oh, well, you see, funny story, I kind of... What happens if I do 1? Nothing happens, I see. Okay, 6, fine. Makes sense. 6 indices. Guessing that's where it comes from. Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, first of all, remove that print. Because it's unbearable. Second of all, just walk. Now this, kids, is what we like to call undefined behavior. Why is it happening? Good question. Because I fucked something up, that's why it's happening. Okay, here's what we want to do. We would like to, right here, print %C, which will be the character, which we're doing. Actually, not a person C, more like a person D and space. The character, and then right here after the 4, we'd like to print endline. Bin. And now, if we build it, it's gonna go much slower because now it has to... Each time I press a button, we get 2 lines. And these lines appear to be just random gibberish, which actually... Well, actually tells a lot about what's happening. So we get random gibberish, okay, cool. Visible I to everything, it won't change anything, but good for the future. Now, why are we getting random gibberish? Is it because something is wrong with the text? What's wrong with the text? Right here in person D, we'd like to get this, please. Except for 0, of course, and right here, size of text. Make a suffering trying to code. I am doing just fine, thank you very much. Okay, so each time we press a key, we get... First of all, each time we press the key, we get 2 additional things. But second of all is the fact that these numbers don't make much sense. So size of text does make sense. Wait, let's take a look at input. Right here, we'd like to reallocate to the size of text. Let's see if this does anything. It did the thing. Okay, now once we reach 100, it should say it did the thing. don't think it said that, but it's gonna be pretty hard to scroll. 100. It did nothing. Good. It's great. Just swell. Let's try that again. It did the thing! Sweet. So we successfully reallocated. Please read the last statement, rewatch your opinion on that. Which statement? Did the thing. Okay, cool. So it works now. Which is nice. Certainly is nice. The only problem is, well, the fact that it doesn't work. It's the main problem, I would say. Right, we do MAKiT to 100. You know. Pretty good. And the input, then we character change, and then it's... I see what the problem is. Oh, that's so unbelievably dumb. It makes sense why we have a problem, you know? What we basically want to change is we want to change this. Address of this. Oh my goodness. Oh, that makes so much sense. Now our problem is the fact that the space is too inconsistent, and also that once a key has been pressed, we want to wait for the user to... Okay, so first of all, in main C, we'd like, or in main H actually, we'd like to add in a new variable called extern unsigned int wait time, or wait time. Oh, you know what's text wait. Unsigned doesn't make much sense. Double. There we go. Text wait. And then once something has been pressed, it's equal to 0 on the very beginning. And then once something has been pressed, we basically is equal to glfw and then the get time function. I am on the roll. glw get time. There we go. This. And then if text wait is smaller glfw text glfw get time is smaller than text wait plus 0.3, then return. Once it becomes greater, and now we build it. Well, actually, one more thing. In the shaders, we like the offset to be something like 1 for now. If we build it, oh, we hold shift and everything breaks. That makes sense actually. But we're getting there. Now offset 105, let's say. Why do people like watching negative stuff? Because anger is an addictive emotion. Okay, so when only shift... Okay, so the problem is when we're holding shift, then this breaks. Like this. No, if we're holding shift, it still breaks. Okay, so we basically want to check if we want to check if any key is being held. So left shift or if key is equal to this, and we hold shift, nothing happens. We can type. Alright, let's lower the cooldown. Oh my goodness, we can type. Would you look at that? Obviously it all breaks when we start clicking on stuff. Because if we go to the end basically, then right here we have a problem because we increased the size, which means what we need to do is we actually need to decrease the size once again. Right here, size text minus minus if nothing happened. Oh, but how are we gonna know if nothing happened? That's because we should return after all of them. So if you press an undefined key, it's gonna break. This is really cool. Thank you, Happy. It really is. Oh my goodness, that took a lot of work. How am I gonna childproof this though? Because if someone presses a key which is not meant to be pressed, it will just... We just need to add like an exception for every single key that's not meant to be pressed. Which, that's a lot of work. Really lot of work. Or we could just return right here after each one. And we can also take action and we can change it to release. That's another good idea. Or if action is unequal to release. Let's see. Okay, well that's awful. We can only do it with shift now. Okay, I think release just means not pressed, actually. I don't think it means. Oh my goodness, Oh, that's good. That means we can now start actually... Well, we can't really start doing stuff yet. We're not nearly there, but we're really close. Because now all we need to do is, first of all, set up the transitions. And second of all, that's actually kind of it. Second of all, okay, first of all, set up the transition. Second of all, create a terminal. Which will be actually more difficult than I originally thought, now that I think about this. For a terminal, yeah. For a terminal, I would need like multiple lines of text. Where the first one would be active, the rest would just logs. Oh well. We should really remove this text weight, and instead of text weight we should have... Yeah, instead of text weight we should have char button rest, like this, and then button pressed should be equal to 0 at the very beginning, and then if button pressed is equal to 0, oh, text breakdown, that actually makes sense, yeah. If button press is equal to 0, then actually I could do it like this. Button press is equal to 0, then just set it to 1. No, wait, we want if button pressed then return, and at the very end we want to set it to 1. Like this. And then what we want is, oh my god, that's so difficult. Then what we want is if we released a button, if action is equal to glfw release, then button pressed minus minus. Would this work now? Well, it works the first two like this. That's something. Okay, now how about instead of printing this garbage, there we go, we just print button pressed and then that line. All these horror games, I love it. I mean, in the end, the goal is to make like a slick terminal. Oh, I see, it goes more into negative. Okay, so we can just fix it by, instead of doing minus minus, setting it to 0, and instead of doing plus plus, setting it to 1. Okay, this is tricky, mainly because if we hold the button, wait, something is wrong. Okay, if we hold the button like M, for example, we can hold it and still set to 0. That's because I'm such an idiot. We can't set it on the end, we have to set it at the very beginning, right here. Oh my goodness, we can type! 8.5 out of 10, yeah, I agree. Okay, we can remove the background image now. Which, I mean, what's really nice is that this is sort of finished when it comes, like, basic implementation wise. As in, right now, we can add in any amount of text we want. Okay, the problem is that when we release shift, it breaks. So, if the action is release, and key is not equal to glfw key left shift, how about now? Make it happen, everyone. Believe in your dreams and always make it happen. Oh my. Oh, that was long. How long is this lashing, by the way? 2 hours, of course, it's 2 hours to just get text walking. To be fair, it's walking now, so that's pretty impressive. That's such a shitpost picture, isn't it? Look at this. Just... That's a motivational picture for everyone. make it happen. No, I forgot I can't open pictures because my Windows is special. Make it. I need you to see that. Yeah, you're welcome. In case anyone needed some motivation. There we go. Oh, Happy, I'm so glad you're here, you know? Boy, that's great, great, we finished text. I am not... I'm just not, okay? I am not in the right mindset to do terminals right now. I feel like terminals might take us 3 live streams. First one to set up transforms properly and create the basic terminal struct. Second to actually create terminal typing and commands, like the command input. And the third one to polish everything, but yeah. Silent streams today and just use that wall. That was so funny. Just I could do it for one of the funny numbered live streams. 690. Just silent, complete silent. I already did that once, where the entire live stream was just a black screen. I don't know if I did. I don't remember if I did intentionally or not. But I did that, so. Anyhow, I'm going to go now. It's been a long day, but I'm glad we did something useful. I'm glad we did something useful, bro. Oh, I almost forgot. Huh. Would you look at that? Silly me. I almost forgot. Let's build it first. If you press 2 keys at the same time, it breaks, but as if anyone's gonna press 2 keys at the same time. Ridiculous. Why would you ever need to press 2 keys at the same time? Let's remove the print. There we go. Build it again. And now, let's do git add everything. I'm sorry, git ignore. Do you not have .vs code set to ignore? Git commit everything with a message walking text rendering. I'm sorry, I mean A. Git. Oh, I pushed the. I added the source. That's a bit of a whoopsie. Oh well. Git push. Why did we only add these two? Oh, we only added these 2 files because the rest were changed. That actually makes sense. Ah, there. April Fool's streams. Oh yeah, April Fool's is actually only half a year away. Oh my goodness, it's... Oh, it's not spring anymore. Oh no. One user. That's me. Yay. Repositories body. 96% C. Heck yeah. Anyhow, for now, I suppose that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day.